Fission is a functions as a service framework for Kubernetes. So Fission is great for short-lived stateless applications. For example, DevOps automation or WebHook implementations and so on. It's also a great fit for creating relatively small REST APIs, for example, backends of mobile applications. And it's also a good fit for creating implementations of chatbots, for example, a bot on Slack. A user has to learn just two concepts, functions and triggers. Triggers are bindings of events to functions. For example, an HTTP trigger maps HTTP requests to function invocations. A message queue trigger for a particular message queue maps events on that queue to invocations of functions, and so on. And Fission supports a variety of such triggers. Functions can be written in various languages supported by Fission, including Node.js, Ruby, Python, Go, and a few more. Rewinding a bit, containers brought a lot of uniformity to our deployment process, but they added a little bit of weight as well. You have to figure out how to build and push a container. You have to figure out what registry you're going to use, manage updates, and so on. Kubernetes brought really powerful container orchestration, and it gave us, again, powerful orthogonal primitives for creating complex distributed systems. But at the same time, it made it rather difficult for newcomers to start. A developer has to figure out how to build and push their container to a registry. They have to figure out what registry they're going to use and how updates are going to work. As we create a lot of services on a cluster, even if those services are idle, we're paying a certain minimum of runtime resources for running those services. Ideally, services that are idle would be free so that you pay for resources on your cluster only in proportion to your actual utilization. Fission makes idle functions free, and it does that by keeping a pool of pre-warmed containers that are always running. When a function request comes in, it uses one of these containers from the pool to load the function in and send the event to that function. And this allows functions to be free when they're idle, but still have really fast response times when they are needed. What this gives you is cluster resource utilization in proportion to real usage, because functions that aren't running don't really cost you any memory and CPU. Fission is an open source project. Come join our community at Fission.io.